So this is day one, and we have broken ground for the fish pond. We laid the 2x out to get a sense of where the entire grow beds and greenhouse will be. So it'll be 2 rows, parallel, about 50 feet long, 4 feet wide for each of them. And you can see the boards down there are kind of the right hand tray, and then those 2 boards are split more than 4 feet, but that's kind of sort of where the second tray is going to be. Right now what we're working on is digging the hole for the fish pond. So rather than spending $300 on, or up to $1,000 for plastic bins, we're just going to dig a pit 3 feet, well, it's a little more than, it's more like 5 feet wide and 6 feet long and about 3 feet deep. And it'll have a little shape to it, but it'll come in somewhere between 500 and 1,000 gallons, and it ought to be enough to handle easily 1 tray and 2 trays, pretty much volume-wise. So there'll be one of these for each of the other trays, so you can see where that pair of 2x6s are laying. That's roughly where that end tray will be, and then another one will be to the left over there where there aren't any 2x's right now, and they'll all come on up here. They'll be supported on just simple cinder blocks, and we're going to design a bunch of really neat features into them. And for right now, all we're going to do is to build 1 single tray and 1 pond, and then when the Kickstarter project happens, assuming it gets funded, then we'll build out the rest of the trays and cover it in a really neat new greenhouse design that you can copy. And that will make it to where it's a really low cost way of setting up grow beds for a lot of food. And then also coming up in a week and a half, there is a celebration festival nearby. It's in Penn Valley, and it's called Manna Fest. So Manna Festivals, so pun being to manifest things. I didn't create that, they did, but I'm going to show a new aquaponics design that no one has ever seen before, that I think is going to be really awesome for growing larger plants, okra, tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini. These trays can do it, but it's kind of a waste to do it in the trays, so I've designed a different system, and I'll show you that at the Manna Festival when I set it up down there, and we'll be building one of those up here also. So this is day 1, and so far there's not a lot to teach you. It's just lay it out on the land. There's a lot of property. I knocked a bunch of the brush down. You can see the organic garden up there, protected from the deer, and so there's a lot of room for expansion. And in an upcoming video I'll show you how to use a water level, if you don't know how to do that, to level the system out. And then the system design is going to have a bunch of interesting features, and we're even going to try to grow mushrooms in a specially designed compartment. So stay tuned for this whole series of videos. There's going to be a lot of interesting things.